You didn't come into this world, you came out of it.
Like a wave from the ocean, you are no stranger here. Alan Watts. Welcome back. A cool breeze. Spring is here. The season of rain has calmed down to give place to endless blossoming of colors, every color that I had forgotten during winter. Even though, to be honest, I'm getting better and better at keeping in touch with them through painting or singing, dancing or hugging a loved one, so colors don't seem to get too far from my horizons, even during winter time. It was Mother's Day this past Sunday in the country where I live, so I chose to have a celebration for our Mother, Earth. I let myself be loved by the wind, by the flower's scents, by the water's reflection of the sun, as though she knows how warm she will get and waits patiently, just like me, to be refilled with warmth and vitamin D. Loving my sister, eating yummy food with friends, giving thanks, immersing myself into 7 degrees Celsius water, writing her letters, and listening to Zoom poetry reading.
Where poetry meets the mystic in me is truly one of my favorite places to be.
In this new season, the occurrence of the inevitable, the beginning to an ending, there's little for me to do except surrendering. The movement that is life shows itself unapologetically, opening our minds to something greater than clock time, where the time of cycles, with a whole season of death, of under the soil, rooting down for the future world of spring to arise, allowing the rebirth of life itself, new forms, new growth, new explosion of life's desire to live.
It shows us that time goes sometimes faster or slower than clock time, depending on the season, depending on the elements. Nature is never the same in terms of visual productivity or results.
Standard time was not invented to serve people, but to serve the empire. With ethnic cleansings going on in the world, internationally recognized or not, like in Gaza, talked about or not, are often made possible because of economic interests. History is repeating itself in front of our eyes, pointing us in the direction of the system benefiting from our use of it, our consumption of it, our dependence on it, our obedience to it. It poses the question of how responsible we feel.
How am I not part of this whole? How am I separate?
That day, The Democracy of Species from Robin Wall Kimmerer landed in my hands. I received it as a gift from Mother Earth. Here's a passage. I am not the vibrant leaves on the forest floor. I am the woman with the basket, and how I fill it is a question that matters. If we are fully awake, a moral question arises as we extinguish the other lives around us on behalf of our own. Whether we are digging wild leeks or going to the mall, how do we consume in a way that does justice to the lives that we take? In our oldest stories, we are reminded that this was a question of profound concern for our ancestors. When we rely deeply on other lives, there is urgency to protect them. Our ancestors, who had so few material possessions, devoted a great deal of attention to this question, while we who are drowning in possessions scarcely give it a thought. The cultural landscape may have changed, but the conundrum has not. The need to resolve the inescapable tension between honoring life around us and taking it in order to live is part of being human.
These are the questions that require the need to pause, the space to grieve, the space to feel all of the humanity in us and the complexity of all human beings, where we realize that we have not been taking care of Earth because we were not being taken care of, because we only do what was taught, what was modeled, and that maybe, just maybe, there is another possibility, another way of being, where hurt and fear are not the driving forces, so that the destruction that occurs because you do not feel alive ceases.
To light the way back home. To light the way back home.
These are quotes from the book that I wanted to share here. A world with a democracy of species, not a tyranny of one. We use the same words to address the living world as we use for our family, because they are our family. To be native to a place, we must first learn to speak its language. After the drumbeat of my mother's heart, this was my first language. As always, I'm wishing you a colorful moment of life wherever you are.